beautiful Soul Group family. How are you guys doing? Welcome to your own channel, whose name is Divine Connections 99, and my name is Varnika. And guys, I really hope you guys are doing great. And thanks again for joining me. Today, we are actually, going to talk about abandonment issues, and this is obviously, in continuation with the series what we are doing. And I had got some comments from people. They wanted to know about the abandonment issues, and that's why we are now talking about it. So guys, abandonment issues, what is abandonment? The word itself means like abandonment is to leave, as if someone is leaving you. We generally take these examples or these issues from our childhood, where we think that one of our parent or both our parents are unavailable, either physically or emotionally to us, that they are not available to share stories, to share their experiences, to shed some light, to teach us the right thing. Or we felt that they were not emotionally available when we wanted to grieve or cry or share our feelings. So these can be abandonment issues in our inner child, or our you can say our childhood issues. And the second thing can be your relationships which you have manifested. You maybe your first relationship where you felt like the person left you, and they abandoned you. So what this does, the abandonment thing, we'll try and understand that, and then we will try and understand some examples from my personal life, because I really love to teach from my personal life. I don't like to teach from books or something else, because I feel like our life is a great teacher, and it just teaches us beautiful things. And if in case these things have happened to you, then you can resonate to these patterns as well. If not, then that's great. But it's really good to know what things have happened with people, so at least you have got a different perspective to look at the same thing. All right. So guys, in my case, if I look at my childhood issues, the abandonment issues were from both of my parents, like my like father and mother. They were unavailable physically, as in my father used to come around 10 o'clock, or 11 o'clock, or late in night, where I used to sleep already, because 6 o'clock in the morning I had to get up and go to the school. And then this kept on happening till my 10th or 11th grade. And after that, I think it was just 1 year or left, and then I had to go to my uni, where I had to live in a hostel sort of arrangement, where I actually couldn't establish a proper emotional sort of conversational bond with my father. If I look at my mother, she was also physically and emotionally unavailable while I was growing up, because she had a little, like, you can say, fashion designing store or something. And then she was busy, working there, and I was like hardly seeing her to share my things, or, develop my knowledge or something with her. So those like issues were like a lot in my life, which I observed, and then I did healing towards it, because it had affected my life in a very weird way. The effects in my life were, when we have abandonment issues, we seek approvals for outside, like we are always looking outside for people. If they approve us, only then we are good or we are bad, because we are not able to then understand our own self-worth. All right. So next comes is, we become really insecure, and it's really hard for us then to trust the other person, because of the abandonment issues. Sorry, because we think that the other person might also leave us, like our parents or our relationships in past, what has happened to us. All right. So next becomes the pattern of unworthiness, where we feel that we are not worthy of love on unconscious level. That's why people are abandoning us. All right. Again, the other pattern becomes of fear, where we have a deep fear, where people walk in our lives, and then they leave us. So it develops a lot of fear in us that, people will leave me and I'll be left alone again. All right. And then you try and fix things in the relationships. However, that's actually not your problem, but still you are trying to fix it because you don't want the other person to leave. All right. So about that, and then again the pattern comes about abusing, because I had seen a lot of abuse in my parents as well, where they were doing abuse towards each other, towards me. So I couldn't understand when I went into a destructive relationship where abuse was happening with me. I couldn't understand what was the limit, like, where I had to stop and say that this is enough abuse. Or maybe, this is abuse. I don't even know what is abuse. That was sort of that situation that time, right? So guys, as an example, I'll tell you, in an abandonment issue, I was in my 10th grade, where, once my father asked me to come upstairs and, talk to me personally. And then he asked me that, I think your mother and I am getting divorced, and whose side would you take, or, whom would you choose to live with? And I was really shocked, because in India we have a really hard examination board system in our 10th grade. And I was really hurted. And then again, that abandonment wounds came upon me, that, my parents are leaving me. Am I not good enough? And then, whatever time I've got with them, and they won't be able to even give me that time. So it became a pattern of abandonment for a very long time. And then it took me a while, like, I think 5 years back, I started healing it, and that's how, I started to come out of it. All right. So guys, because when I was into this abandonment, wounded situation, I was actually manifesting people who were emotionally unavailable to me. So, when I had to share my emotions, they would run off. They won't even listen to me. So that's, how the abandonment issues manifest the wrong relationships in your life, unless and until you heal it. All right. So guys, now let's look at some healing patterns, how, I have also done healing towards my abandonment issues. So the first thing is to acknowledge your shadow. So for the shadow work, I have already made a series, and feel free to go through that series. It's a beautiful series where, it talks about how you encounter your shadows, and then, what you do towards healing the shadows as well. All right. So the first thing I would say to heal your shadows is to become vulnerable, because unless and until you become vulnerable, you're ready to feel your emotions, you won't be able to process your shadows, because you'll run away from your shadows. It will be very uncomfortable for you to confront your own shadows. All right. So have a look at the series, and definitely go through those things. Just as an example, what I used to do to heal myself was, I used to go for long walks in nature. We have different, beautiful mountains here. I used to go for a drive there, maybe, towards to some beaches sometime, or I used to play with animals, dogs, connect to all the nature elements, because that helps you heal with your feminine wounds as well, and your abandonment issues. Next, I used to do, actually, I've done grieving as well. This is a step-by-step process to, process your emotions, which is the first step is grieving, to sit with your emotions, to cry out, to release out, because all this we are collecting as a baggage, which serves no purpose on us. So we need to release it out, and give yourself permission to feel your emotions, and just release the ones which are not needed. All right. So and it does take time, guys. It's not a 1 day or 2 day or 1 month process. It took me a while to actually do it. So probably, sit with them for a while. Next about it is stop abandoning yourself. I know it sounds really weird that, how would you abandon yourself? But we on an unconscious level start abandoning ourselves. Just think about, like, are you able to spend alone time with you? Are you able to, spend just 1 hour, 2 hours in a day just with yourself, doing nothing? Like, no phone, no social media, nothing at all. And just sit with yourself, do the things what you enjoy. Like for me, if I look at, I have my alone time where, I enjoy doing my worship practices, or I enjoy doing cooking alone. I don't, distract myself during those things, because those are like, my self, you can say, practices, which I just want to have as a me time. All right, so the next thing what you can do is commit to your healing journey. And I know, guys, you are doing beautifully on your journey. It's just about commitment, that commit to some certain practices which you really like, or things which you can help you towards your own journey. So commit to those, and because otherwise things might just come again and again in your life. So in order to finish these patterns, end it once and for all, just commit to your journey. All right, commit to your healing for yourself, because you are very important to yourself. Just heal yourself, then only you can help others. All right, after that, heal your inner child. For inner child, I had already made a video. I'll put it in the description box as well. Do have a look at it. And it's like a beautiful meditation link is also shared there, and I follow that inner child meditation as well when I feel like my issues need some processing and stuff. So have a look at that, because it's a beautiful, our playful side, our innocence, our love, our kindness, the joy which we felt without any judgment, as a playful child, how you felt. So just have a healing practice for your inner child as well. Then you have to pay attention to your own patterns which are repeating. And like for example, some people are there and you're not letting them go, as in when they want to leave you, and you are like, no, 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 I'll try and fix it. Just leave it, let them go, because if they are meant to come back, they will. If not, then that's actually good for you. So pay attention to your patterns. It could be anything, like any pattern. Just pay attention to them, why it is happening again and again to me, why things are not here just to hurt you and break you into pieces. They are here to make you learn and get strong out of it. All right, and then forgive the people who have abandoned you. We are not forgiving them, honestly, as in like to have a relationship again with them. We are not letting them after this forgiveness, that come and walk over us all over again. No, we're not doing that. In fact, the person doesn't even need to be physically available for the forgiveness. I have forgiven people on energetic level by cord cuttings, and there are many methods how you forgive people. And forgiveness, you are doing it for yourself. You are releasing them, because all this anger, trauma, pain, sadness, and hatred, jealousy, all these emotions you have got stuck in you, and then it is harming you. First of all, it's not harming the other person unless and until you see them, or have a conversation with them. First, it's harming you. So release yourself out of this pain and trauma, and keep yourself free and light. All right. And then in the end, just forgive yourself. It's very much necessary to forgive yourself, because when I used to do my inner child meditation, my inner child was really hard on me initially, and it would like it was a very beautiful experience where I had to go and convince my inner child, because I could see the pain in it, and it wasn't ready to forgive myself, because it took me a long time to actually do that healing. So and it was in pain for such a long time. So forgive yourself. It's very much necessary to get yourself out of this like patterns and this situation, and get yourself free and breathe in fresh air. All right, so guys, I really hope this video has helped you to put some information, perspective on the things to look at in your life. And do look at the meditations and the shadow work series. It will definitely help you a lot. So take care of yourself, my beautiful soul group family, and keep posting your questions. And I'm so proud of you. You're doing beautifully on your journey. Keep doing this good work, and take care of yourself again. I love you all. I've missed you all, and bye for now.